Father Peter Gregory served at St. Charles Parish in Pittsfield for nearly 3 decades. But just after he retired, a monkey wrench was thrown his way and his life took a new, unexpected twist. Steve KILTONIC has the story of a priest who continues to make a difference for those who need it the most.
When Father Peter Gregory retired in 2017, after serving as the much-beloved pastor of St. Charles Parish in Pittsfield for 28 years, he was looking forward to some much-needed R&R. However, 3 months into his retirement, he received an unexpected call.
Divine providence, that's all I can say.
The voice on the other end was an old childhood friend.
It was Jack Downing calling me, telling me that we need a chaplain and we'd like to have you on board.
Downing is the executive vice president of Soldier On, a nationally recognized nonprofit organization that works with the Department of Veterans Affairs to provide veterans suffering from mental illness and addiction both shelter and support. In 2019, Downing was looking for someone to fill a vacant spot, and Father Peter was the perfect match. So, at the young age of 80, Father Gregory took on a new role, becoming the first Catholic chaplain of Soldier On. Gregory is a vet himself. Before entering the priesthood, he served in the Air Force from 1962 until 1966.
Basic training was the best training I ever had. You know, I mean, talk about discipline.
He was stationed at Goose Bay, Labrador, at the height of the Cold War when the Vietnam War was just getting started.
I was the only supply man for all of the fighter planes that carried nuclear weapons. So we were in bunkers and we were separated from the base, and it was all top secret at the time. So it was a great experience.
Father Gregory credits the military for giving him direction and helping to mold him into who he became in life. He almost made the Air Force a career, but the priesthood tugged at his heartstrings more. Gregory says his time in the service prepared him for his new career.
What they see first is I was a veteran, and that's the thing, you know. I can talk their language, both as an enlisted man and as an officer. So I think that helps the relationship. They can't tell me, you know, something I didn't know.
No 2 days as Soldier On are the same for Father Gregory. He's rarely in the office and can be found shuffling between the Soldier On offices in Pittsfield, Chicopee, Leeds, and Agawam, attending AA meetings or conducting masses like this one for veterans at the Agawam facility last Ash Wednesday. Gregory also leads non-denominational spiritual and religious groups at the 4 offices, which serve up to 450 homeless vets.
Just make myself available, giving them support, and sometimes just your presence, even without words, speak volumes, you know, because they feel very comfortable. So it's really just to let them know that we're here for you. We care for you.
Many of the returning Vietnam vets weren't welcomed home and became alienated with little support from the community. Father Gregory said all homeless vets suffer from some sort of addiction, either alcohol or drugs. Post-traumatic stress is often an issue as well. Bruce Buckley said Soldier On tries to give veterans a sense of belonging. A common denominator of homelessness is loneliness.
It's just making the human connection, and what do you need? We'll figure out a way to provide it. And when someone has a difficulty or a struggle, we don't call it a failure where they may have relapsed if they have a drug or an alcohol issue. We really say, what are we doing that we can do better? What did we miss? Why did this happen? And we own it, not as their problem, but as our problem.
Soldier On's ultimate goal is to provide homeless veterans with permanent, supportive, sustainable housing and assist them in their transition from homelessness to home ownership. Behind me is the Mansfield Veterans Community. It's a national model for home ownership for veterans. It's one of 4 such facilities operated by Soldier On across Western Massachusetts.
First time in the history of the United States of America that ownership units were built for homeless veterans. And that's what that represents. There were 39 units over there. It's a limited equity cooperative development, which means each veteran who lives there owns 1/39th of the overall development. And because they own a share in the development, they can rent an apartment. And it's been a wonderful concept.
Soldier On has found that veterans like being with other veterans. It holds another distinction, the first housing development for homeless women veterans in the country. Originally located in Leeds, A brand new facility opened last year just down the hill from Mansfield.
So whether you're here for a month or whether you're here for the rest of your life, Soldier On is going to deliver services to you and try to be supportive and thoughtful in how we do it.
Although here a short time, Father Gregory's impact has already been felt at Soldier On. Buckley has known Father Gregory for years, going back to his days as pastor of St. Charles. His kids were baptized by Gregory, and he's always admired him for his sermons and enjoyed his interaction with parishioners.
He really has a personal connection with all the men and women who are in our community, and I think that's what we all do, and he does it very well in a very specific way that, reflects his 50, 60 years of priesthood and how he has worked with individuals with all sorts of struggles and difficulties.
Growing up, Downing and Father Gregory's families knew each other well. They have remained good friends over the years.
I found Peter my entire life to be kind of a non-judgmental person who really wanted to help people. I never heard him ask somebody what their faith base was. He just always helped. Outside of his job, he has helped people get employment in facilities. He works with them after hours. He shares his life with them. Why? Because they're part and parcel of the fabric of his life and our life.
Co-worker Samuel Bennett said Father Gregory has earned the veterans' respect.
Since Father Peter Gregory's been here, the morale in here is, just up. They come in and they visit him. He's brought a lot to the table. And a lot of guys really respect him and they really trust him.
Father Gregory says one of his roles at Soldier On is that of cheerleader. He aims to restore veterans' self-worth.
I think encouragement. I think the greatest thing that I have found in my time here has been making them feel worthy and that they're a person and you have a right to the fullness of dignity, and we're going to help that dignity be restored in you.
And no matter how difficult the job gets, Father Gregory said he never gets discouraged. He's grateful to be Soldier On's chaplain, and at this stage of the game, he has no plans to retire.
I just pray for good perseverance, longevity, please God, and that everyone will always know that they're important, no matter who they are.
Father Peter Gregory, always looking for the inner light in every veteran that will guide them on their path toward a brighter future. For Real to Real, I'm Steve KILTONIC.
And the past year of the pandemic certainly hasn't slowed down Father Gregory in his role as chaplain of Soldier On. He continues to amaze everyone with his energy, work ethic, and devotion to veterans. And also in his retirement, he continues to serve as the spiritual voice of the Pittsfield firefighters as their chaplain. Father Peter Gregory, we do thank you for all you do.